from Libs of TikTok. Breaking. Trump ordered a sweeping memorandum that effectively eliminates gender ideology from the federal government. By 5 p.m. today, the following changes must be made. Terminate contracts, programs, and grants that include gender ideology. Any employee whose job involves gender ideology must be placed on leave. Remove all websites and social media accounts that promote gender ideology. Terminate email systems with pronoun prompts. Withdraw all orders and regulations that promote gender ideology. Cancel any training that promote gender ideology. Disband resource groups that promote gender ideology. All forms should only give options for male and female. Replace the word gender with sex on all documents. Intimate spaces should be based on sex, not gender identity. Gender identity is dead. That is freaking huge. So if you don't know, whenever I go fill out a 4473, like I mentioned yesterday, if you guys don't know what that is in the chat, a 4473 is a gun that you fill out when you're doing the next form and when you're buying a gun. I saw this 2 years ago when I was filling out a 4473. I said male, female, and non-binary on it. I'm like, motherfucker, this is a governmental form. And also on people's passports too. I believe most recently you can actually put yourself as non-binary on your passport.
Passport? What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe there's a passport form. I'm not sure if that was a thing, but I remember reading somewhere that someone was having like a non-binary in their passport or something. But this is the actual memorandum right over here. This is a huge win in correcting everything. How do you feel about this, man?
Yeah, that's why you asked me if there's anything that came up.
Yes.
I couldn't think of any because yeah, we don't have these stuff in our government forms, so that's why. So it's like things are going back to normal for you guys, which is a good thing. So none of that like, oh, you misgendered me, I'm gonna file a case against. Okay, that's not gonna be a thing anymore. There's no more money for them. No more Black Rocks or State Streets to do that.
Wait, is it one thems or many thems?
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
I misgendered, but because there's no S. Is it plural or singular? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is the correct way of going about it. And I think there should be more in terms of like job applications and because what BlackRock's gonna do, they're just gonna rename it like to Bridge. They're gonna make a Bridge acronym or something like that. So I think what Trump should do is like any form of like hiring practices that involves only segregating it to a particular race, gender, or sex should be illegal. That way, no matter how much renaming they do, it's like, yeah, they're gonna phase out DEI in exchange for another acronym. So even if they keep trying to swap out to another name, they cannot, because at the end of the day, it's hiring based on racism, sexism, or minorities. Any form of changing of name will not work anymore. I think that's what we should do next. But yeah, overall, giant win, as you say, and things will go back to normal, and people will get hired or based on merit, and no more of the nonsense of, oh, you misgendered me, you should be behind bars and stupid shit like that.
Yeah, man. Like for me, this is a huge win. Like it's so crazy that they need to make an executive order to fucking get rid of all these garbage. Like that. Like I believe I saw somewhere yesterday that it was on a governmental thing too. It's not just that, but it's also transgender. Like they're getting rid of a lot. Like I talked about it yesterday. Like a lot of the pride, the LGBT like community and stuff like that. Like all the problems actually stems like 95% of them from the T's. Like they are the ones who's actually causing a lot of problems. That's making the LGBT movement. It's what's it called again? It's making them look really, really fucking bad. And like I was looking at it and they're calling it like LGB travelers, not LGBT travelers anymore. So that's crazy. It's on a .gov. So it's like on a governmental like website, which is crazy. But yeah, this is huge. right over here. So no later than 12 p.m. EST on Friday, February 7th, on all steps into taken into implement this guidance, including a complete list of actions taken in response to the guidance and defending women, and an agency plans to fully comply with the guidance of defending women. Now, if you are a true feminist, I'm talking about like second wave, right? Talking about like women helping other women and shit like that. Not like third wave or fourth wave feminism. I'm talking about a true feminist. You should be okay with this. If you want like women to be protected, women to be safe, you should be okay with this. But everyone on the right is basically, saying, yeah, this is good. This is good. But people on the left are like, you are ruining transgenderism and their ideology, and even talking about non-binary and stuff like that. But this is huge, and this is how it should be. But I wonder if like in the future, like let's say worst case scenario, like Democrats take control during the midterm, and then they win presidency next in the next 4 years, right? In 2028, they win the presidency. This is all going to get reverted.
Yeah.
Is because that's what Trump did. Trump reverted a lot of shit that Biden did.
Yeah. And Demian kind of pointed it out when it comes to corporations. Like, oh, these corporations don't really give a shit about you. They're just preaching what's popular or what's allowed in the current political climate. So the moment, like, yeah, as you said, the regime changes, they'll go back again to do the same shit. And kind of like Facebook, like when Zuckerberg like backtracked, he said, "Oh, I wasn't allowed to do this because of Biden." Blah 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 blah. But then the moment someone like Biden comes back to power, he's gonna go back into implementing the old their shenanigan policies again.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, so remember when I mentioned about the travel state thing right over here? Travel.state.gov.gov, an actual government official website. There is no T's anymore. Right? Like I said, a lot of things that's really, really bad about the community are most of it are the T's. And potentially the Q's a little bit. Right. But and of course the P's. It's funny that the P's are trying to get into it, which is crazy. Right. But yeah.
I honestly don't even know what's the differentiation with the Q's. Like what's
the Q's? The Q's is like they don't want to be like pigeonholed into saying that they're out, like whatever their sexuality is. So it's sort of like non-binary. It's like that. It's like, oh, I want to be whatever I want.
It's so
want to be
man.
I want to be an attack helicopter. That's my pronouns, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, it's crazy. So right over here, LGB travelers, not T, can face special challenges abroad. Laws and attitudes have some countries may affect the safety and ease of travel. Many countries do not recognize same-sex marriage. Many countries also only recognize male-female sex markers in passports and do not have the IT system that supports at the ports of entry and accept other markers. Good. Right? And it's funny is because most of these crazy shit is only happening in like Western development like countries. Why would you want to cater to such a small percentage? Right? If you're talking about the entire population of the earth, why you want to cater to such a fucking small percentage, right? Under 10. To be honest, it's actually like under 1%. Under 1% of the world's population.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.